Andreas Giorgio here for MMA Plus, now joined by the Glory Featherweight champion, Gabriel Varga. You know, huge fight coming up on Friday night. You're defending your title against Sergey Adamchuk. Look, you know, this fight was scheduled for Dynamite. It fell out. You got injured. First of all, just want to ask, you know, for the people at home, you know, how did, you know, you get injured last time out?
I've been injured for a while now. I've had, when I fought Mosab and when I won the contender tournament, I'd say, you know, I do about 11 sessions a week, and I was getting somewhere between 7 and 8 that were actually proper training.
Yeah.
The other days I was injured. I was missing so many sessions. I just have some problems with my back and the vertebrae. This camp was different. I got a huge amount of support, massage, IMS, bunch of work on my back. So I don't think I missed even one session this time from a back injury. So it's so great actually having that Glory title now, and people are actually recognizing and wanting to help me.
So everything's feeling good then for this fight then, you know, no ailments whatsoever?
No. I mean, you're always going to have little ones,
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between, you know, chronically injured, the same injury hitting you over and over and over, and taking up your training time, and just small little ones. And that's all I have right now.
So like, obviously, you know, the Mosab Amrani fight, were you injured at that point when you fought him? Were you having issues?
Yeah, that was a little bit better. I was starting to do a little bit more recovery, but I didn't have near the support I had this time, and I had to pay for all my own treatments. So when you pay for your own treatments, you end up going less. Yeah, every time you go, there's $100.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, you know, I'll wait till next week if I can.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that camp, I think I missed about, I don't know, 10, 15 sessions out of the whole camp.
Okay.
And you usually do about 100, so it was still substantial.
For you now, you know, this Canadian scene in kickboxing, it's growing every single day, and especially in Glory, it's been so dominant for the Canadians. You know, Joel Bertolini, before he got injured, was looking at want to be one of the brightest stars in Glory. You know, Simon Marcus as well, and you know, another pure example. What is it about, you know, the water in Canada that's making you guys, you know, look like some of the best talent out there?
I don't know what it is, but I always believe that it's been there. The big question before was, you know, I'd go and I'd train with other Canadians, and I'd be thinking, wow, these guys are good. You know, they're pushing me, they're top level, but that's what I consider top level. I hadn't competed against Mosab Amrani or these guys around the world. And then once I did and I started fighting them, I'm going, oh, well, these Canadian guys are really good. Yeah. So it's just the chance to actually get out there and be able to show the world what we're capable of.
I mean, you train at your own gym, right?
It's not my own gym. You know, I jump around to a lot of different gyms in town. I have a weight training gym. They put a ring in the back called Studio for Athletics. Another one that two of my friends own, which is a personal training with weights called Forge. So yeah, we just move around from gym to gym day by day, and yeah, it's a little unorthodox, but I enjoy it. I find you know, there's less stress. I don't have to pay to run my own gym. And it's it's sort of fresh. You know, every day you can mix it up and go here, I can go there. Everybody's accommodating for me, so it's nice.
You know, what's the overall gym structure like in Canada? Because obviously, you know, we're always talking about TriStar in terms of MMA. You know, for us, Zahabi, one of, you know, the best coaches around. You look at the likes of GSP, Rory McDonald, that are being produced there. You know, as for kickboxing, you know, where does the standard kind of lie?
You know, I'm not the best guy to ask about that because I have my own structure. The way I train, you know, I do the running and all that on my own. I have somebody who specifically works with me on explosive strength, but very lightweight. And then I have three people who actually really help me through my camp. My two brothers who hold pads for me, and then my buddy Craig McWilliam. And just the three of us work together, and I don't end up going and seeking out a lot of experienced help. I have a Lynn Hameljean from Toronto, but unfortunately I only get out to train with him maybe once a year for a couple of weeks. The last few fights I haven't even been out to see him, but he comes to support me. So I feel we're a young group, sort of overall. You know, everybody has their head trainer who's been around for years. We don't have that, but it's working. You know, I don't think you need it. If you have a good group, you're confident, it's all there, it fits.
Your opponent at Glory 25 on Friday night, he seems to have kind of come out of nowhere, really. You know, burst onto the scene, then he fought at Dynamite as well. You know, for you, how do you kind of see him matching up? Because, you know, he has this very kind of gritty style, you know, being from, you know, European kickboxing background.
Yeah, you know, I've watched his fights. He's not grittier than Mosab. There's no way he's grittier than Mosab. So yeah, I've watched his fights. You never want to go in and say like this is what he's going to do, because then if he doesn't, then you're thrown off a little bit. But I think I understand his style. I have a game plan in my mind that I want to work. But if it doesn't work, then you have to switch it up. So I'm always prepared for that now. I've made mistakes in the past and didn't adjust the way I should have. But yeah, he sort of jumped onto the scene. But honestly, there's got to be thousands, hundreds, maybe even thousands of guys that are out there that are really good that we don't know about. They just never got their shot. Yeah. So he jumped on the scene really fast, and yeah, I was a little disappointed that there was no contender tournament at first. I was kind of going, I won one. Why is this guy getting a shot? But he still beat a top level fighter, weight class up, granted. But he beat somebody of note, and he has the record there. He's 30-5. I think I heard today. So yeah, I don't really care who I fight now. Yeah. I have the belt. I just have to defend against who they tell me.
And being the champion, having that contender tournament, is that something good that, you've earned as a champion, because you get to see your opponents, they have to earn their way up, and it makes it a lot tougher having to go through the tournaments and then maybe 1 or 2 months later having to go and fight for the title?
Yeah, I don't like those tournaments personally. I don't think they indicate who the best fighter is, and I really don't want to do a tournament again. I just want to hold this belt, do my 5-round fights. I prefer 5-round fights. So it's different going in and having to win 2 fights in a night, and I'm not envious of anybody who has to do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing after this what they sort of structure for my next opponent. But I always just look at this fight. It really is. We'll see what happens after. Hopefully I'll give them some suggestions and maybe they'll take them, but we'll see.
Lastly, obviously, for you now, you've been around the Glory scene quite some time now. Your name has been out there. You put your name out there. Starting to kind of try and show your dominance in the featherweight division. What's next for you? What do you kind of have to do now to kind of put yourself up to that next level? Because obviously Joe Valtellini recently on Twitter, obviously with all this debacle going on in America about Spark TV not renewing the contract with Glory, about fighters making themselves, showing more charisma, making themselves stars. What do you kind of have to do? Because you do your talking in the ring a lot. You like to keep quiet on the outside.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of ripping into anybody else. All I can say about the guys now is they're all good, right? I mean, why put somebody down? It doesn't do any good. You put them down and you beat them, then other people can just be saying, oh, well, you said it was going to be easy. And then if you don't beat them, then you look like a fool, right? And they're all good. Yeah. So give them the respect they deserve. Go in, fight your heart out. I think that's enough. I'm not big into talking a lot. The social media, I'm not even a massive fan of that personally, just because I don't have a cell phone and I don't enjoy that kind of, I just don't enjoy being on the computer all the time. But, there is some marketing that needs to happen. I need to get some people working behind me a little bit more, maybe get some videos out just so these big gaps in between fights aren't existent anymore, because I fought back in, 7 months ago now, and it's just been kind of quiet. I've been doing my seminars and stuff like that, so I get a new fan base, but overall it's fairly small. You go and do 10 seminars or something, you maybe gain 200-300 fans. I want to get out there and start getting thousands of people interested in Glory. I don't really care personally whether I have 1 million fans or 10,000 or what it is, but I feel like Glory's given me the opportunity to just be on this stage, and the only way I can deliver back for them is just get some more fans. So as much as I dislike it, that's the next step after this fight, a little more self-promotion.
Well, Gabriel, thank you very much and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.